still deserves another round of applause. Again, like she said, you're welcome to the Women of Love Seminar 2013. The next person I'm going to be calling here to talk to us about the topic she has so rightly been given is Melissa Mullane. And she's going to be talking to us about education of the girl child then, but she's going to be looking at a bit of politics to it. Again, I want to mention that the focus of this is looking at the education of the girl child, and this evening we will be honoring people. I am in awe of Ms. Betty Makoni sitting right here by my side here, and it's a mission that she has chosen, a life mission she has chosen based on what she has gone through in her life as a person. And we are Women of Love are embracing this, and we're saying that this evening we will be having a fundraising event, as well as we will be giving out awards then to people who have focused then on the education of the girl child. Having said that, I'd like to point again to Honorable Nasir, representing His Excellency here, the Governor of Katsina State, Governor Shehu Shema. I was amazed at the fact that that particular state is the only one in Nigeria that has factored out a ministry for the education of the girl child. And for that, so on that note, I'm just going to leave you with Melissa as she talks to us then about the education of the girl child, but looking at politics.
Sanu, Etesen, Kabu, Fota, I hope I got them all right. might not be brilliant. So ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, esteemed colleagues and friends, I am delighted to be here today, invited to this event and join with such revered and celebrated women. When SC had first contacted me, I must say I was a little sceptical, as taking to the stage with such women as Betty and Joanne and gentlemen as well here today was quite daunting. But I quickly thought to myself, if I was a man, what would I do? So, well, firstly, some men would inflate their chests and think, oh, who are these women that want me to stand on their stage? And I must stress, this is only some men, not all of them. We don't want to be sexist here. And some would just never cast the thought of it again to the day, right? But, unfortunately, some women would immediately question their ability, the motive for the invite, their own capabilities, and so on. Unfortunately, as women, we do not realise the full measure of our strength, the full height of our responsibility, and we allow confidence to thwart our decisions. We need to take hold of advantages and opportunities given to us and have the knowledge and confidence to know our own strength and capabilities, and know that our strength is complementary and shines through our compassion and the way we adapt in people and to our world. We are motivators to our families, co-workers, bosses and employees. We are peacemakers, we are harmonisers, we are the glue that knits the family together, that link between the father and the children, and with the intuitive ability to understand the feelings of both. All of these makes us great women and leaders, and once we understand this, we have the power to change and make a difference. So just to briefly tell you a little bit about myself, I am a mother to a teenage daughter, Ariana. I am a wife to Martin, who is sitting here in the audience. And I work, well, he lays around close with a few men that are here. And I work full-time outside the home. I am also a member and representative of Sinn Féin, and I have been an integral part in the growing of that party in my community. So politics is a major part of my life, as is the agenda of growing women in the political sphere. So as a representative of Sinn Féin, it is important that I push the agenda of equality. So my party, Sinn Féin, advocates the right for full social, economical and cultural equality. This encompasses the equality of all people of the island, irrespective of gender, race, national origin, age, marital or family status, sexual orientation, disability, socio-economic status, or political or religious affiliations. We believe that gender discrimination and equality for women are issues of concern for all of us. And it's with groups such as your own here, which was Women in Love, you have so much to offer, and us as women do. Your group's ethos in the support, the empowerment and the encouragement to women and young girls is what is needed both nationally and internationally. If you can plant the seed into the heads of our young children, we have made the start. Your seminar's theme of Educate a Girl, Secure the Future is paramount. It is each of our responsibilities here today to make this happen, and this seminar and fundraiser tonight is a positive step in that direction. But if I can say, inequalities in society are not inherent, they are caused by inequalities in power. So it takes political vision and will to change these things, but it can be done. So building an Ireland of equals is one of mine and my party's core objectives. So why would we say in the political sphere, why are there so many less women in Irish politics? Well, there are 5 main challenges hindering their political participation and representation, and we call them the 5 C's. The first one being care, so that's childcare or otherwise. Second, cash. Third, culture. 4, confidence. And 5th, candidate selection. I suppose despite the considerable advances in our socio-economic position over the past 30 years, Irish women are still presumed to bear the primary responsibility for the organisation of the household. So each of these challenges needs to be properly addressed within political parties at local branch level, and proper strategies must be put in place to encourage and entice women into political parties at grassroots levels. So it is incumbent of all political parties, including my own, to challenge this status quo and to make a difference. But also political parties would frequently communicate that they would love to have run women, but not enough came forward. But in reality, the recruitment strategies followed by all parties does very little to seek out or to encourage female members. So part of this process involves parties ensuring female target memberships are met. They must be addressed at every level of political organisation. Adequate training, consideration must be given to women to prosper and not be prevented from taking up positions. Women account for half the Irish population. Yet the percentage of women elected reps has never exceeded 14% until our last general election, when it actually just barely hit the 14%. So this statistic tells us that not only are we must dramatically increase the number of women in politics as regards to gender balance and quotas, but we also need to ask whether women are being adequately represented within the political sphere and within political parties. So, as I said earlier, the introduction of gender quotas, which will be put in place for our next general election, will of course play a huge part in the participation of women within parties. But quotas alone won't solve problems. No woman, including myself, wishes to take the place of our male counterparts solely on gender balance. This would, if anything, counteract the women truly deserve in Irish politics, and it would further dilute what we stand for. And look, as I've mentioned earlier, women are equally as capable as our male counterparts to make valued and informed decisions across a broad spectrum of the political responsibility. And in some cases, not trying to pigeonhole women. I have often far more experience in the knowledge of the domains of health, education and children's issues. So it can be quite frustrating to intelligent, articulate and creative women to not getting positions because of a male-dominated stance in the Irish political culture, that men must be on the ticket regardless, and the infuriating advancements of the fallacy that only women vote for women. And obviously it is a massive job of work to be done to prove it different, due to a lot of women's confidence, which in itself is part of the male political environment. So I know I did previously joke on